A highly respected elderly nurse has been struck off the nursing registry. The reason will shock you. Let's go into the story of this nurse. This nurse, she is a registered nurse within the NHS. She has been described as experienced and established, highly valued by her colleague, previously regarded as a trusted healthcare professional before the investigation into this incident, worked directly with patients in public-facing healthcare role, operated within environment requiring professional neutrality, and this nurse was investigated and sanctioned by the Nursing and Midwifery Council. She has been described as an award-winning nurse, had received professional recognition in her career. This nurse, she started as a cleaner, and she rose to go train to become a nurse. The nurse in question, the background is considering the proceeding, but however, there are issues that are at stake. The nurse in question, she was actively working within the NHS. She had position of responsibility and trust for patients. Also, she was very, very active, someone that is very, very active on social media. The nurse shared content online, and the content were publicly available. And the content that she shared, she said she posted this in her own private social media. The content was seen as undermining patient trust. The post conflicted within the NHS equality principle. Regulators focused on public perception about this nurse's conduct. So if you know anyone that works in the health and social care, kindly ensure that they see this video. The Nursing and Midwifery Council reviewed this case. The NMC oversees fitness to practice in the UK. It has the power to suspend, strike off a nurse, and the nurse was removed from the professional register. You will find out shortly details about why she was removed. The ruling cited damages to public trust and confidence. The sanction was judged to be proportionate, and the posts were treated as public behavior. Despite the fact that she argued that she posted this in her own public space, the personal views can affect professional standing. Digital action now carry real consequence. More professionals face discipline over online posts. Regulatory scrutiny is increasing. Social media is becoming more common these days, and it's affecting people's life outside social media can be drawn into question. The NHS serves a highly diverse population. Trust is central to healthcare delivery. Controversy risks damaging public confidence in the NHS work, which the NHS cannot afford. Online rhetoric can affect workplace culture. Some staff may feel targeted or uncomfortable. Team cohesion and morale may suffer as a result of that. That is why people are saying this case is so important. The NHS rely heavily on foreign trained workforce. Anti-rhetoric raises retention concern. Workforce stability may be affected if people feel that they can be protected at work. And also, we know from this case that her supporters argue that this is a personal opinion, that people should be allowed to express personal opinion. However, regulators argue that their priority there is professional responsibility. The line between private and public is shrinking. It's narrowing. You cannot say, oh, I only did this because I was frustrated. Lessons for professionals. Anything you post, anything that you cannot say face to face, don't say it online because it will lead you to trouble. Professional code apply beyond workplace. Social media actions used needs to be cautioned. Long-term implication of this case. Similar cases are likely to continue. Professional standards may be tightened further. Digital conduct remain under scrutiny. Now, this is the post that the nurse posted, and let me know what your views are about this post. The nurse said in her post, she said, the next time when you pay your taxes, remember that some of your money goes to protect mosque. Another post that she posted shows images of a boat packed with people arriving at the beach. Caption, "This give nothing and get everything." And a homeless veteran caption, "This give everything and get nothing." In the third post, the nurse said she highlighted a page from the Bible, so she is a Christian, which said, "Foreigners who have lived in your land will gain more and more power, while you gradually lose yours. They will have money to lend to you, but you will have none to lend to them. In the end, they will be your rulers." So she is implying that migrants will one day rule the UK. That is what she is implying by that post. Final takeaway from this case. One post can end your career and everything that you have worked for overnight. Trust is fragile in public profession. Online action have a lasting consequences for people. Now, this nurse claimed that most of her, she claimed that most of her family are black, and she considers herself to be somebody who is of black background. She said the post that she posted those posts when she was frustrated that the Labour government was taking benefit from elderly. Why a lot of things were happening in the country that she regretted what she said. However, some people have argued that we live in a democracy, that people should be allowed to express their opinion, that what she said does not in any way affect her conduct as a nurse. Why some have said those people that work in helping professions like nurses, that public trust and confidence is essential for these professions to be able to carry out their work. And therefore, this nurse view it's likely to undermine public trust and confidence, and therefore it is right that she be struck off. Let me know what your views are in the comment section. If you know anyone who works in the healthcare profession, kindly ensure that they see this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and leave your comment in the comment section.